This video is for mature audiences only, because this game is disturbing as fuck. Also, this video is for mature audiences only because I said fuck. Fun fact, I'm recording this on Halloween night. Although this is the first video that is uploaded after Halloween, so happy November everyone. But how's it going everyone? This is Maya Hello and welcome back to Silent Hill Blind. Before you complain, chances are if you're complaining you're not watching this Let's Play in the first place. I'm sorry if you don't like this, but you're probably not watching this video to begin with, so them's the breaks. People voted for this, and people still do scary games outside of October and Halloween. People wanted this to continue anyway, so last video we made it to the basement storeroom in the other world, where we saw a picture of the girl Alessa, who we have seen before a few times. Mostly either as a ghost, I think, or someone walking into... Yeah, there's like that one cutscene where we saw Alessa walking into this store, and it was weird. I'd say that cutscene was the most otherworldly thing I've seen in this game so far. Not even the demon world seems as otherworldly. Meanwhile, we also found someone at last in the other world. Lisa Garland, that nurse lady we saw 3 times in the opening. So I assume that she is very important if, well, she's the first person we found in the demon world. But then, speaking of found, Dahlia, broski nun, found us here, told us we were too late to find the girl, I guess, and then she told us to go to this other church. But I guess this other church has to be accessed through this antique shop key, so I don't know how the antique shop is related to a church, since they're not necessarily the same thing. There may be antiques, but that means you're insulting religions here. Or maybe not, I don't know. Also, this key looks like the Monado. Tell me this does not look like a Monado. I mean, maybe it doesn't since it's too skinny to be a Monado, and it's also green, but it looks like the Monado. And I'm not even a Xenoblade fan. Xenoblade fans are crazy. They are. I think that's why I cannot get into Xenoblade. Because the fan base is just too hyped. Hi. Good to see you too, once again. Jeez, can I use my... Alright, I guess I'm too slow to deal with the dogs with a hammer. Which is not okay, but whatever, we're out of the hospital. You know, I have like 11 of these, might as well use this. So let's take a look at our map, because I want to know where the next destination is. Wait. But where's the antique shop then? Shouldn't that be circled on my map? I mean, I try to read this, but I can't read this. I can't. Like... Or is the antique shop here? Is that the music? Yeah, that is the music. I thought I heard some sort of weird whining noise. Wait. No, that is from the game. No, you hear this, right? You hear this. It sounds super strange. Like, as if my head is about to explode. You know that feeling? Is like, it's that sensation of having too much pressure in your head. That's what it feels like. But without the pressure. With sound only. Also, what am I doing on this rooftop? Well, something is beckoning me. Because why would I be able to go into a rooftop? I'll be honest, the sound is irritating. So... like I talked about how the soundtrack was made to pretty much screw with us. Is there anything here? Like, I almost want to replace the in-game audio, but that's not what I do. So, like, my god, this sounds terrible. Like, I'm not criticizing the composer because this was intentional. This was what the composer wanted. Yeah, I guess I'm just confused where the antique shop is. Because, you know, I got the impression that the antique shop is away from the hospital. Because the thing with the hospital is that it's a U shape, and, well, the other entrance is pretty much the only other door in the in the courtyard. So that means my business with the hospital is finished, am I right? Is that correct? I guess I have to look at each place that I can potentially walk into. Although, I have to wonder. So, I was talking about that one cutscene where we saw, I think, Alessa walking into this store. Could that be, by any chance, the antique shop that we have to go into? Like, you think it would be this, right? Like, you think it would be this? Wait. Look. Green lion. Okay, what does this have to do with anything? Hi, bat. Bye, bat. Alright, I'm gonna have to look around then. It doesn't seem to be in this area. Now I have to... Yeah, I think that cutscene was Alessa walking into the antique shop. The problem is, now I have to find this said antique shop. But, you know, it's not as if I'm from here. Hi! Can I hit you with it? Okay. The hammer is not really effective against the dogs. I see. That is fine. I just have to shoot that dog in the face. You know, I'm used to killing dogs in Resident Evil, so that's what I meant by that. Don't take that out of context. I like dogs. Why would anyone want to kill them? Although, there's just one Stephen King book that starts with a man kicking a dog to death. And that book is kind of interesting because it kind of portrays as... The thing is, like, that same... Actually, no, that would mean I'm going to give away the plot of the book, but... I think that book was The Dead Zone by Stephen King. So, I said this before in a previous video. Might even be in the Silent Hill series because, you know, this place reminds me of Maine, which is where most of Stephen King's books take place in. But, what is it? I must have talked about The Dead Zone at some point. But, I guess my point is that I used to be in a... Oh, okay. Squeaky. But yeah, I used to be in a Stephen King phase for some strange reason. I don't know why, because, like, they're primarily horror books. Like, The Shining is the most famous example. And then there's Stephen King's... Oh god, I'm dying. I'm not too happy about having used that, but... I mean, I'll probably... Oh god, it's you again! Get off! How much health do I have? My god, you took off like everything. Get away. Where the hell is this antique shop? Disco... Yeah, the thing is, I'd like to use my hammer against those guys, but... I feel like the hammer is too ineffective against those guys who are too low to the ground and too fast. Why are you chasing me? Stop it. Am I still... Oh my god, my health. Alright, I'm gonna actually fight you. Yeah, die. I said die. Big jerk. Asshole. Hamburger. Discount. Wait, would this be it? Like, discount variety. I don't think this is the antique shop, but... I mean, I have to try, right? Cafe. Dog. Least of my worries. They're not too harmful, they're just annoying. Where the hell is this antique shop? Do I have to off-screen this? I think I may. Unless I die. But then if I die, then that means that... Well... Hot dogs! I can turn you into hot dogs. No, don't do that. This is the same place I was before. Damn! Oh my god, how did I never see that? It's way up there. That's where it is.
Come on!
So... Go down the street until you get to Simmons. How did I not see that? Alright, go to J.K. Simmons Street. But yeah, so I was into the Stephen King books. For some strange reason. I don't know, my middle school self was weird and lonely, I guess. But that's not a good book to be... Not a good author to be lonely with, but... I think I was pretty enamored by the Dark Tower series, which they're making into a TV series starring Idris Elba as the main character Roland, and Matthew McConaughey as one of the antagonists, so that's pretty cool. Supposedly they're starting the TV series off with book number 4, which in some ways it's fitting because book number 4 is mostly a flashback. Although, the way it's framed is that the main character tells a story of his past, and the past is the bulk of the story of the 4th book. But yeah, I pretty much read the Dark Tower. It was a neat series, disturbing of course, and I'm sure many things went over my head since there's like a lot of things that were going on. And the thing about the series is that later on it kind of got too engrossed with doing crossovers with Stephen King's other books, along with many other things related to Stephen King. But there's a ladder here, but that's not it. But yeah, so this should be it. Wait, it's already open. What's the point of giving me I guess it's to give me a clue as to where to go. So, why did I even talk about the Dark Tower series? Why did I even talk about Stephen King? Because of the Dead Zone. Right. So, looking back, I'm not too sure if Stephen King was like, the best literature ever, but that's not the point. Back to the game. Okay, it's dark. Not anymore. I have the light. Oh, it's o'clock? It's 3 o'clock. I wonder if that's the first ever clock we've seen, because I'm curious about how time has passed since we got here. So in the save file, I've used up a lot of items, but this place is super small. If it is super small, maybe the hammer would be a good thing to wield. I think like in the open space of the outside, none of the stuff is of any use. Okay. I think outside I'd find use for the gun, but trace on the floor that somebody moved the cabinet. Sure. It doesn't... This reminds me of the storeroom back in the hospital.
What's this?
Harry!
Sybil?
I'm glad you're okay. I shouldn't have left you. Things are worse than I thought. It's nuts.
What are you doing here? I thought you left town.
I saw you go in here, so I followed you. I couldn't get out. All the roads out of town are blocked. Cars have completely stopped running. The phones and radios are still out too.
What about my daughter? Did you see her?
I did see a girl.
Was it Cheryl?
I only caught a glimpse of her through the fog. I went after her, but she vanished. I don't know about your daughter, but...
And you just let her go? Where was it?
On Bachman Road. She was heading towards the lake. Now don't get excited. It wasn't like she ran off exactly. There was no place for her to go. The road has been obliterated.
What? So then Cheryl...
It was like she was walking on thin air. What about you? Anything?
Yeah, I met this bizarre woman.
3 bizarre women.
Her name's Dahlia Gillespie. Do you know her?
Or 2, but she was the most bizarre.
Dahlia Gillespie. No. And?
She said something about the town being devoured by darkness. Gibberish like that. Any idea what it means?
Darkness devouring the town? Must be on drugs. They sell them to the tourists. The force still can't figure out who's behind it.
That's not important.
None of our leads have panned out. And the investigation is stalled.
Or is it really
What
drugs?
could drug trafficking have to do with all this?
I really don't know. But maybe that's the darkness she was talking about. That's all I can think of. What's this?
Just discovered it. Maybe there's something back there.
Let's have a look.
We don't know what's back there. I'd better check it out first.
But companionship.
Stop. I should go.
No, I'm going.
No, you're stupid.
All right. I'll cover you from here. Be careful. If anything looks fishy, get back here on the double.
Okay. Sybil,
Yeah?
do you know anything about... well, like some other world? It's like some kind of bad dream.
What are you talking about?
I'm not quite sure. I try to make sense of it, but then my mind goes blank. Everything's dark there, and I hear sirens in the distance. I met this nurse, Lisa. It's like I was there, but not really. It's all a blur, like some kind of hallucination, you know?
Like a drug.
I have no idea what you're talking about, Harry.
Oh. I was just wondering. Never mind.
Harry, you're tired.
Yeah, maybe.
Harry, you're also stupid. You know that? There is a need to go back. Cheryl told you. Boy, am I glad to see Cheryl again. I'd say, like, so far she's probably my favorite character.
Come on!
But that isn't saying... well, Michael Kaufman's also badass. Harry... I mean, he's a pathetic man, but he's thrust into this situation as an everyday man in some sort of paranormal world. And maybe there's a possibility that he's on drugs after all. Because... what? Oh, that's a door. Wow.
What's this? Some kind of altar. Never seen anything like this before. Maybe this is the other church.
Oh. That's what Dahlia meant by other church. This thing. Powder left in the chalice. Like ashes? I assume it would be ashes. I wonder if I can light these candles. Well, the question is, do I even have my lighter? Doesn't appear. Why did I... Is it because I used up all the lighter fluid? This is weird. I wish there's a way for me to zoom in here, but... Like, I wonder what that picture is. It looks like either a bull or a man crucified to a long branch, and the man looks like he has a diglet for a head. So... Wait. Is this something I can use? Is this an axe that I can use? Oh, baby. How good is this axe going to be? Moderately effective as a weapon. Let's test it out, shall we? Yeah. Looks good. Pretty good. For some reason I'm getting vibes from Dead Rising, how in Dead Rising, a game against where you have to fight zombies, interestingly, the gun is one of the least effective weapons, but hand-to-hand combat or...
What the?
Harry? Are you okay? Harry?
Sybil, you might actually want to stay outside. Don't step in.
Harry?
Wait, where did he go? So it's not drugs. Why am I back here?
Where am I?
Harry.
Lisa? Then I'm in the hospital?
You were having a bad dream.
Was I? Hey, you don't look too good. Are you okay?
I'm fine. Nothing you need to worry about.
Well, if you're sure. Lisa, do you know a woman named Dahlia Gillespie?
Oh yeah, that crazy Gillespie lady. She's kind of famous around here. She never sees anybody, so I don't know that much about her. But I heard her kid died in a fire, and supposedly she's been crazy ever since.
Well, she says the town is being devoured by the darkness. Do you have any idea what she's talking about?
The town devoured by the darkness. Yes, I think I do. Before this place was turned into a resort, the townspeople here were on the quiet side. Everybody followed some kind of queer religion. Weird occult stuff, black magic, that kind of thing.
So, a cult.
As young people moved away, the people figured they'd been summoned by the gods. Evidently, things like that used to happen around here all the time. Before the resort, there really wasn't anything else out here. Everyone was so flipped out, you gotta blame it on something. Then a lot of new people came in and everybody clammed up about it.
A cult?
Last time I heard anything about it was, gosh, years ago. When several people connected with developing the town died in accidents. People said it was a curse. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm rambling. I'll shut up.
Please tell me more. I need to know more about this. about this town, about this cult, and maybe even its downfall.
Was that another dream? Did I pass out again?
Oh, that was a dream. Hence its fog, hazy nature, but I think that's seriously what's going on. Maybe you're not in a hospital bed, but you're losing sense of reality, Harry. Maybe underground, perhaps? Oh god, I'm back here. Alright, I'm gonna have to check this place out. Next video. So, sorry I didn't get to talk a lot this video, but there's a lot of story. We're still in the antique shop, so this still counts as the antique shop. A demon antique shop. Didn't take long. Then again, there wasn't really much to explore in the antique shop to begin with. I guess I was just thrown off by the fact that we've pretty much traveled through 3 worlds this time around. The real world, or the fog world. A dream where we talked with Lisa about Silent Hill. And here, our favorite hell. It seems like the demon world keeps on coming back more and more frequently, as sad as it seems. Maybe Harry really is losing his mind. I'm afraid to see what will come of this. And Cheryl is also in this church area in the antique shop. I mean, not Cheryl, Sybil. Will we come across her? I don't know, but I don't have a good feeling about any of this. Well, thank you guys for watching, and have a good day. We'll continue on Friday. Goodbye.